Alright, you're with Al, and this is Chronicles of a Not Yet Champion Golfer. Ironically, I played a tournament this week, and following on from last week's video, I took that out onto the course and tried to play the points game off the tee. And I hit it so well off the tee, the best I've hit driver for a long time, and I hit over 80% of, well, 80% fairways or semi, which was, I was really confident, and I didn't sort of worry about score. I was just thinking, come on Al, 2 points here. There's no pastry involved. I went with midget gems, which was nice, really like a midget gem. On the other side, my short game's poo.
Oh, bounce right. Bounce right. Bounce right.
So this week, very similar game, but all about short game. So basically I'm going to hit my second shot, so I'm approaching to the green. Wherever it is, I have to drag it off the green, and I'm not going to put it in bunkers, so if it's in line with the bunker, I have to go behind the bunker and play a flop shot.
Next hole, let's go. Next hole, let's go.
Need me clubs, I'm overly excited. Chipping wise, there's a little spider on my camera. There he is, little money spider. Where'd he go? Yeah. So basically it's, yeah, got 92 yards in here. Quite a nice tee shot actually, fairway to start. If I get it up and down, it's 2 points. If the chip is outside of a putter length, I have to drag the ball back another putter length. I'm going to play 5 holes, and maximum 5 holes, 10 points. My target is 8. So basically, not getting up and down on one of the holes. That was risky, that. There's OB up the right, and I never sort of give myself any punishment points for OB. I didn't think OB was an option, but anyway, it's missed the green just right. I wanted to hit it about 15 feet right of the pin. Actually spot on where I wanted to hit the chip shot from. I say spot on. Nah, that lie's not really spot on, is it? And if I was dropping it, by the way, drag off, always drop it. More realistic lies. Anyone can chip from a perfect lie, really. So, tricky. Right, the chip should be straightforward because it's just get it on the green and let it run out. I always try and pick a spot, and always try and pick a landing spot. Pick about 2 yards on, because if I'm just short of that or just long, it's still landing on the green, it's predictable what it's going to do. So I'm picking a spot. About here. And then from there, I choose what club is going to land it in that spot to run out to the hole. Now off this lie, I'm using a bit of loft because I've got my 54, and the minging lies like this. Normal chip will be set up that way, sole of the club on the ground, but for this one I'm going to go upright, stand closer to it, arms straight, toe is down in the ground, and it just gives you a little bit of room for error. Just arm swing back through. Nothing fancy, just bump it on, let it run out. Sit. Played it well because that is very duffable, that lie. And that shot is really handy. Have a go with that, toe down. I love it, play it quite a bit. You can play it off good lies if you're not overly confident. You can play it off good lies. But that's outside that 3 foot, right? That putter length job in it. So, although that looks like an easy putt, it's about to get longer. That's the sort of thing. You know what I mean? Simple up and down, all of a sudden you're missing 8 footers. And that 1 footer, that doesn't count. Already done. Already done, no points, good start. Positive, come on. I actually felt like I had a pretty good putt there and started where I wanted to. At the end of the day, that's all you can do, but that's a disappointing start, isn't it? Anti-climax. 146. Sort of middle to back pin. I want to miss this kind of long left, and this is the important thing with your second shots. Obviously the game focuses on the short game, but it tests this part because you're hitting it into zones, and you've got to make sure you pick targets, otherwise you're just aiming to miss a green, and you never want to do that. So this one I'm looking to get right on the back edge in the back left corner. 146 flag, I want it this 150. That's going to give me a diagonal drag off to the back left. I've got 8 iron, not full out. Don't mind if it goes long, but I'm going to try and get it right on the back edge, back left. I couldn't hit a better shot there. Yeah, I mean, landed on the back left, and I think it's just run off the back, but actually that's ideal where I wanted to hit it, and it helps you out. You're aiming at very, very specific targets. Don't look at the flag when you look up, look at the target you're aiming at. Goes the same on the golf course, you're not always aiming at the flag. Look at the target you're actually aiming at. Same thing if you're laying up on a par 5, pick a target as if you're hitting to a pin. On a side note, by the way, there's another fairway hit. I'd won another 2 points in last week's game. Take the mentality of these games out onto the course. It treats every shot as an individual shot. It keeps you in the present, stops you thinking about the score. Good thing here, grain is down. That's a big thing to consider on chipping. If the grain's into you, the club can kind of snag in it. And that's where I'd go more loft, because you want to be more aggressive. See it on tour when they're playing like kind of flop shots and short shots, because they need to get aggressive, a lot of pace in the swing. Don't need to do that with this one, so I'm using me 50. Rarely go lower than this, just because I like to use the wedges around the greens. I just think I can control it on the green a little bit better. Anything less, I just feel like the ball's running away from me all the time, but that's preference. Play whatever shot you're comfortable with. So I'm expecting this one to get within that. Oh, I'm trying to hold it. I'm not trying to get it within this, I'm trying to hold it. That's the only focus, hold it. Hold it out. Sit, sit, hold it, hold it, hold it. Thought I'd hold it. It's that far away. That far. Tap in job, 2 points. We're on the board. Good fist bump. We're on a par 5, and I'd always take the shots on that I'd normally take on. So I've come up just short of the green here. I think I've sorted me driving, which is pleasurable. Pleasurable. Obviously I've already missed the green. I'm not going to drag this one off. The point is testing the short game. So if I was in the rubbish, I had to hack out. The next one I'd hit the green, then drag off. But being a par 5, I'm close in 2, so I'm hitting it from here just like I would do on a par 4 if I missed the green. So up the hill, going to be quite aggressive with this, coming quite low but spinning. So I'm going to go a little bit back in the stance. And something I do with shots, if I'm trying to hit it low, whether this is technically correct or not, I'll go back in the stance, I'll strengthen the left hand. Feel like that just keeps the loft off it. Likewise, I'm trying to play it sort of neutral flight, I'll go neutral in the grip, and I'm trying to play a high sort of soft one, I'll go weak in the left hand, and that keeps the loft on the club and throws it up in the air. So I actually change my grip a little bit for different chip shots. Some people find it uncomfortable, I quite like it. Give it a go, let me know what you think. If you start hitting rubbish chips and that, then don't stick with it, but let me know what you think, just don't blame me. Good if it stopped raining, actually. That'd be good. Oh, it's bounced right. Bounce right. Bounce right. Annoying that bounce. I don't think I played a bad shot. I thought I'd just break in a little, but stop talking. Let's go putt. Line's good. Just commit to where that line is lined up. Feel the pressure. Move, move. Thank you. Thank you, ball. Listened. Feel like that's the first 10-footer I've made for quite a while. But you can see the like the pressure it puts you under with, well, you shot in, put it in the place, you put in, you chip in. It makes it difficult to get it up and down, to be honest, if you don't get it within that 3-foot range. If you hit it to 5 feet, which isn't a bad chip, you then drag it back another 3 feet, well then you're 8 feet away. And from 8 feet away on tour, percentage is about 55% hole. So almost 1 in 2 you're missing. It's the importance of getting it close with your chip shots. Sometimes really difficult on some holes to pick a spot where it's an easy up and down. This par 3 surrounded by bunkers. There's a gap between two bunkers like 8 yards wide, and that's what I'm aiming for. The very front edge of that green. It's 146 pin. That front edge of that green is 132, so I'm hitting a 9-iron straight into wind, trying to get it into that very small target. Right, I've missed that small target, that's left that. Not actually a horrendous miss. I've hit it in this trap. Well, granted, if I was playing stroke play, it wasn't a very good shot. I was trying to hit it over there. But for this game, it's not that bad a miss. Drag out of the bunker, drop it, because it's going to give you a more realistic lie of what you get on the course. Good lie, always assess the lie before you pick the shot. Now this, what should be quite a tough shot, actually talk it through. Bunkers are relevant. I'm not trying to land it in the bunker, which I have done before, but I'm trying to land it 2 yards on the green. Now, before that 2 yards, a slight downslope. So if I miss my spot and hit it short, it's going to hit the downslope and run out. If it passed my spot, it's flat there, it's going to stop quicker. So actually a shot that could be quite tough. There's plenty of room for error, and talking it through that way in your head, it takes a little bit of pressure off, because you don't need to play the perfect chip shot. There's plenty of room. You can get it close without actually hitting it perfect, but always still try and hit your landing spot, always. So I've got 58, just a neutral flight, neutral grip, sort of mid-height, not in that low spinny one or a high flop shot, just that mid-flight, quite straightforward really, he says. Oh, I've holed it. I've holed it. Yes.
Hold it. Hold it. Next hole, let's go. Next hole, let's go.
Need me clubs, need me clubs. I've holed it, I'm overly excited. Yes, that's it. That's it, when you need to get round because it's going dark, hole the chip. What's that now? 2, 4, 6 points up and down. Do I get a bonus point for holding it? You got to get a bonus point for holding it, haven't you? 1 bonus point for holding it. 2, 4, 7 points. I'm out of breath now. I have to get my breath back before I hit this tee shot. I never used to hold chips. So happy. 7 points, right. We're on now, aren't we? We're on. Confidence now. Confidence. Bit of a slow start. Stiffed it on the second. Good putt on the third. Not a great chip. Hold me chip there. I hit my second shot in here. Trying to get it pin high, just left. Well, I've got it a bit past it now, so I'm going to have to knock it off the back left, which goes down a little bank. Down there. Which makes it a little bit more tricky. The grass is into me here, so it's easy for the grass to really slow the club down as you're trying to hit it. So you need more loft to make sure you're actually got pace in the swing. Because if you don't have pace, if you're trying to hit a 9-iron out of here, which you could play because of the length of the shot and the amount of green you've got in front, if you give it the amount of pace it needs for the club to get through the grass, the ball's going to go absolutely miles. So more loft when it's this shot, and make sure you're aggressive through the ball, because if you're not, you're going to duff it. There's no two ways about it. So I've got my 54 here. Going to land it about 4 yards on the green, all downhill to the pin. As long as I stay aggressive through the shot, it should be relatively straightforward. And this is the last chip in it. So I'm on 7 points. 8 was my target, wasn't it? That last chip there. I mean, 8's high, really, not getting up and down just once. But anyway, I'm on 7 points. I need to get it up and down to get 9. Now, just another thing on chipping. My practice swing, I'll try and make it as close as possible to playing the real shot. I'll feel it exactly as I want to play it. I won't have the same amount of practice swings every time, but I'll feel it exactly as I want to play it. As soon as I've felt it, I'll step in straight away and play it without too much going through my head. I want to keep it quite natural react to a feeling rather than a technique. That is borderline whether it's inside that putter distance or not. Very much borderline this. Very dark now. Camera's good to make it look brighter, but oh no, it's not, you know. It's not. Always the drama at the end. Look. Look. Get off. Good chip, but drag back. Right. That's what these games are about. This is the pressure putt. 9 points. I just don't want to fail. That's my only thing, you know. No fail, no fail. Oh, yes. That's why you play these games. That feeling of satisfaction that you've done it. You've gone out with a goal in mind, in the dark, and you've done it. And no, that's not a game you would play in a comp, but actually having a basis, the points, gives you something to go back and try and beat. I'm made up with that because I've just got 9 points. And I suppose the maximum actually isn't 10, is it? It's 3 points per hole if you chip in, which is 3 5s or 15. So 10 out of a maximum of 15. But that's only if you chip in every time, which is quite a big ask. I chipped in once though, which was good. Saw a hare as well. Big old rabbit or a hare. Oh, it's a hare, look, it's a hare. Hello, stay there. Oh, it's gone. That's it from me, going home. Thanks for watching. See you next Tuesday. I'm going to get some midget gems tomorrow.